Game of Thrones is huge. It is, in fact, the most downloaded television series ever. The books have sold 15 million copies and it's been translated into 40 languages.
Now, the first episode of the latest series is such a big event. It's been shown at exactly the same time on both sides of the Atlantic, so that nobody sees it before anyone else. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
I can hear loads of people go, oh, we need to watch this.
It's 2 a.m. in the UK.
Well, this is the thing, because what is it all about? Well, it's a little bit like the entire past 29 years of EastEnders, with all of the believable storylines removed, and everybody's dressed up like a hobbit. Wouldn't you say?
Too much.
So, here is our guide to Game of Thrones in 60 seconds.
So, there are 7 squabbling medieval kingdoms, all ruled from the Iron Throne, which is occupied by an evil little king called Joffrey. Now, it's not Jeffrey, because this is a fancy programme, so it's Joffrey.
Yeah. Everybody is at it with everybody else.
Everybody.
Including their own family. But the moment that we really get to know a character, they are promptly killed off. The bigger they are, the harder the fall. Yes,
yeah.
he's a has-been.
Ah, nice. Now, on the fringes of the action, all dressed in black, there's a very moody Jon Snow. No, not that Jon Snow. Him. Yes, he's fighting to stop the evil Northern Hoard scaling the wall, but no one's really paying any attention, poor chap.
That's because 2 women are marching on the throne. One has an army of eunuchs and 3 pet dragons.
Yes, and the other, played by Maisie here, is hell-bent on avenging the death of her entire family.
There we just squeezed it in as well. Was that all right?
Yeah. Nicely done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Up to speed? There we are. No need for the box sets now.
Anything you'd like to add?
Spoilers.
So, I mean, obviously the pair of you have been on it since the very beginning. So you were very young. Maisie, were you 13 when you...
12.
You were 12.
Yeah.
So what was it like then to enter that world and then for that to be, you know, the majority of the things you've done
It's
since?
just the best experience ever, and I don't remember anything from the first episode because I was just so in awe of everything. There's animals on set everywhere and crazy things going on, and I was just enjoying every moment of it. And now this has kind of become my life, which is fantastic, and I'm so thrilled. But it kind of started so small and it's grown year after year, so we've had a chance to kind of get used to it, I feel.
And it's really lovely that you two have become very close friends, haven't you, whilst working on Game of Thrones? Oh, don't pretend you were just...
We're all together. No choice.
I mean, you are now recognised on a worldwide level, aren't you? You were saying you're off to go to Paris very shortly. I mean, how does it feel then, Sophie, when you're in these sort of premieres and you think, gosh, that person's dressed as me over there?
Yeah, it's really weird. I noticed a little Sansa over there. So, hi, Sansa. It's really weird. It's kind of surreal. I honestly, I don't think it's hit any of us yet how big it is or why people are putting ginger wigs on. But it's fun. It's an experience, and I'm sure it'll hit us later on in life when we're broke and out of a job.
But I mean, we did say though at the beginning that it's the most downloaded television series ever.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think my brother contributes to most of the illegally downloaded ones.
I mean, you've said there you don't know why people are putting, you know, wigs and this, that and the other on, but have you any idea why the programme as a whole works so well, like, globally?
Because of the many different storylines, I feel. You know, there's something in there for everyone. There's characters of all different ages, different genders, and, you know, there's so many strong female characters, which is what a lot of shows lack, I feel.
Yes.
And, yeah, it's fantastic that they've kind of captured that.
Mind you, saying there's something in it for everybody. I mean, the first 2 seasons, they're 18 certificate, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
OK, maybe not everyone, but...
It's quite graphic, isn't it, some of it? I mean, there's some strong language in it and some quite explicit scenes in it. How do you feel then, Maisie, sitting there at home, watching it with your parents in Somerset?
It's so embarrassing. I don't know, when we were at the script read-throughs, we kind of just giggled to ourselves when they read all the kind of the nude scenes and things.
Oh, yeah.
But just sitting and watching it, I just kind of go and make myself a sandwich or something and just...
Yeah, well, you know what's coming up, so you know I'll go up this flat to put the kettle on.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so for your parents were even on set while you were filming quite an adult scene, weren't they? How was that?
Yeah, that was the day that my dad decided it would be a great idea to turn up, and it was a fairly adult scene. So it was kind of awkward for the producer just sitting between both my parents, like, so... but it's fine, they're used to it now. They know what I'm in for, I guess.
And what is it like for you here to be obviously British actresses talking here in Britain, yet you're off to France, aren't you, after this? And then you're over in America doing all that as well.
It's so lovely to do
experience.
things kind of in the UK. I feel like the UK sort of took a while to catch up to the kind of scale of it in other countries, and in America it was massive for a long time, and now it's really starting to get big here, and I feel like we're getting recognised more and more on the streets, which is really, really exciting, but so strange as well to be like just in your hometown and then all of a sudden there's people kind of watching you. It's cool.
And as young actors, you're having this brilliant opportunity of working with all these amazing British actors like Mackenzie Crook and Sean Bean, we saw there, who was, of course, killed off at the end of season 1.
Spoiler.
But anyway, but, you know, you must learn an awful lot, I mean, on these big chunks of filming.
And it's so great to kind of be working with these people just, you know, so early on as well, and both of us just learning every single day and been given the great opportunities to work with some really experienced and fantastic actors in this business. And yeah, that's just, you know, we're so grateful for that in itself.
Now, Sophie, a lot of is it the landscape that's shot in, is it Croatia?
Yeah,
You're
that's where I shoot.
That's where you shoot, whereas
lucky
Maisie, you're a little closer to home.
Yeah, I shoot the majority of all of my stuff in Belfast, Northern Ireland, which is fantastic, and it's so lovely to work there, but there's so much rain. And I'm just constantly exterior in the rain with muddy boots on and muddy trousers and stuff like that, which is, you know, has its pros and cons. But the fortunate thing that when the sun does come out in Belfast, it's the most beautiful place to be ever. And there's so much rain that it's so green, and when it is sunny, it does kind of really make up for it. There's some fantastic locations that we
can hear the here from Northern Ireland. Well done.
Perhaps surprisingly, a lot of scenes are filmed in Northern Ireland in conditions of some secrecy, as Keris found out in this right at the beginning of this film as well.